Starts to overcome my mind, whispering, begging me to find a clear answer undefined. An unexplained desire to run to you. I demand a hunger I won't know.
Hello and welcome. I'm Laura Cornelius and you're watching the Global Poker League Summer Series live from Las Vegas. Today was a double-header. We've seen one match so far, Jake Cody for the Las Vegas Moneymakers versus Mustafa Kanat of the Rome Emperors, and it was a clean sweep for Italy. They needed those points badly, moving from 6th to 5th place in the conference. Now it's time for the second match, and we have quite the lineup. It's Pascal Lefrancois of the Montreal Nationals versus Davidi Kitai of the Paris Aviators.
Hello, my babies, and welcome to the Global Poker League Summer Series. It is the second half of today's doubleheader. I am Joe Stapleton. He is Eric Danis, and we are coming to you live from the Tropicana Business Park and Park and Fly. If you want some cheap office space and or somewhere to leave your car before you fly out on your next Las Vegas vacation destination, do check out the Tropicana Business Park and Park and Fly. Eric, second of two matches today.
Yeah, a really fun one in store here. But the battle of the French, yet neither are from France, of course, but the tremendous Belgian superstar, Davidi Kitai. What can we say about Davidi? Triple Crown winner, multiple bracelets. Tall order here for Pascal Lefrancois of the Montreal Nationals. Pascal admitting to me, Joe, that Davidi is probably one of the top, if not the top, player on the live circuit. So this is going to be a tough matchup. Pascal, who started with whatever happens today. But of course, once you're in the cube, that all changes. And Pascal has played before, and he does have an advantage over Davidi, who just basically played around with the software just a few seconds ago.
Yeah, so the winner of today's match will determine who is the best French-speaking country over France.
Yes.
In this particular league, and that includes Senegal right now trailing.
They're third.
Yeah, they are. So we're looking to see who takes second place in that match. Let's take a look at some of the league standings.
Yeah, let's have a look at the Americas Conference. I mentioned Montreal having that big lead. Still 8-point lead on the LA Sunset. The Sunset have yet to play this week, Joe. They are in the cube on Sunday as Hong Kong and LA will meet up. So the Sunset will have an opportunity to grab some points. What's optimal here for Pascal is adding 3, 6, or 9 points, of course, just extends that lead. If he can get 9 points, boy, the Montreal Nationals could be very well in great shape of picking up that first playoff spot in the next few weeks. The Metropolitans, the Rounders, they are still in playoff positions. We've talked about the amazing San Francisco Rush. They made a comeback here. They're only 6 points back now of the New York Rounders. So we do have a race because it's not looking good for the LV moneymakers. They're 16 points back of a playoff spot.
Not a good showing earlier today from Jake Cody, who went 0 for 3
That's right.
against Mustafa Kanat.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned that the number one team, we're going to watch them play today. That's the Montreal Nationals.
Yeah.
I have a theory as to why they're the number one team.
Okay.
There's always like a debate, like who's better at poker, Europe or America?
Right.
Montreal?
Yeah.
It's both.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
agree.
America, they're North American. They're part of the American continent, and it's like the biggest little piece of Europe that we have in all of North America. It makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, especially the province of Quebec. No, you're right. You're right. It's a very, very well thought out point, Joe. Makes perfect sense.
I'm done, actually, after that.
All right.
Peaked.
Joe,
so go ahead and
thank you for joining us, Joe. We'll see you next summer.
Just, I don't know,
for the summer
if you
series.
want to do player stats or something like that. I don't know. I'm just going to take
Let's
off
take it to
here.
Eurasia Conference first. With the Moscow Wolverines still in first place. Wolverines doing great. A 1-point lead on London, but they also have a match in hand. That match is played out tomorrow. Sergei Lebedev, the man who just finished 7th in the 5K No Limit Hold'em Turbo event at the World Series of Poker. Lebedev in the cube tomorrow. It'll be fun to see him there. The Royals are in second place. The Hong Kong Stars also have yet to play. Boy, little discussion going on. Apparently, Nanonoko not too fond of playing Scott Ball in the cube next week, and Scott Ball is calling him out on Twitter. So we'll have to see what happens there. Scott Ball, who fed the staff.
Yeah.
For a guy that watches every GPL match, forgot about the guy not eating meat. But it's okay.
Oh, come on. I'm not going to let you tarnish Scott Ball's name because he brought 40 tacos to the studios and you couldn't eat any of them.
It's okay.
With your caveman diet. Sorry he didn't get a legume and
it's okay, Scott.
Fungus pizza.
It's all right, Scott. It's okay.
Fish taco for you.
I said it was okay, Joe. I'd like to not talk about it. It was great to meet his lovely new friend. That's great to see that. At least I got something out of this. I don't know what that means. I'm so sorry. I'm hungry because I wasn't fed.
Did you not get to eat anything on the break? Did you have any of that weird milkshake that you bring every day?
I did have a vegan protein shake. It's delicious.
How do I transition from veganism to the interview?
It's going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, let's just go to the interview.
Thank you so much. Davidi, are you a vegan?
I'm not. No. I like
Davidi.
I like
meat.
I like meat too much. Sorry, I don't wake up good.
I like meat too. There we go. So I'm glad we've got to the bottom of that. This is your first time in the cube today. No Belgium game on.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I came last time to root Fabrice Soulier, who won 2-1. So I hope I'm going to do the same like him for the Paris Aviator.
I'm so glad that he actually won some points that day because it was getting pretty bad, wasn't it?
Exactly. For the confidence, it was really important.
Yeah, it was really good. Are you going to make those points today, do you think?
I hope so. Pascal Lefrancois is a great player, so I hope I'm going to have some fun.
How much history do you have with Pascal? How many times have you played before?
We play a few times in the live tournaments. I remember one time I bust him on Berlin, so I hope I'm going to do the same this time.
I believe you won that tournament in Berlin, didn't you? Or was that a different
no,
one?
this one, it was a high roller. I finished third.
Okay.
Yeah,
But still, Berlin obviously a good place for you.
exactly.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing the cube very shortly. Back to you guys at the desk.
You know how I knew that Davidi Kitai wasn't a vegan? Because he didn't already tell me. You've managed to bring it up in like every segment. Now, granted, I did it this time.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go back, if we could, to 1 second to say thank you, Scott Ball. Thank you for bringing
No, thank you,
delicious
Scott Ball.
fish tacos into my
No,
life.
thank you. Thank you. It was great. Yeah.
Fish are barely animals.
It's hot.
What about clams?
No.
They don't have a brain.
No.
What's the difference between a clam and a plant?
Hey, big difference.
Like a peanut, right?
No.
It's the same thing as a clam.
Peanuts delicious.
Oh, so you just don't like clams?
No, I don't eat clams. I used to.
I would not put that on your dating profile.
You're an idiot.
We got a studio audience today. I can hear a couple of chuckles coming from over there.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
they're like uncomfortable laughs. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
God.
exactly. And now, who's this guy I met before the thing? Didi Pool?
Oh, Black Bull.
Is that the same guy? Or is it different?
No, that's whatever.
Different
Pool.
guy. I met Blackpool,
No.
not Didi Pool.
Yeah, Black
Okay.
Bull is a Twitch legend and a big fan of poker in Quebec and plays a lot of poker himself. He's qualified for the 888 tournament, the Crazy 8 tournament at the World Series of Poker. A good poker player, but also a much better broadcaster, if you ask me. He's really good. And he was very nice to say that you, Joseph Stapleton, are his hero, not this fellow French-Canadian.
It's funny, I
Apparently
think
I'm a loser. It is just not my day.
At first, I thought he said inspiration, and then I realized he said perspiration.
Oh, God.
You want to get a shot of that?
No.
Everybody.
No.
Anyway,
Next time wear gray and blue. You can't see.
always nice to meet the fans.
Yeah. He's after your job, basically. So.
Well, he said he's doing it in the French language.
Well,
So,
it's being polite.
did you say his name's Blackcock?
Oh, apparently, well, there's, oh, man.
Yeah, let's get it going out in the crowd. Woo!
Davidi Kitai just yelling at us.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, funny story about Davidi Kitai. He had a disagreement with the analysis that I made on his win in Berlin.
You analyzed Davidi Kitai
Yeah,
performance?
and what I thought was really cool is he just went on like a 3-4 tweet explanation of it, and he did it in such a way that I didn't get all defensive and butthurt. I was like, oh, okay.
Because you knew he was right.
Well, I mean, whatever. I don't
Is it
care
because
about
he
who's right
defeated-
and who's wrong. It's just how someone approaches it. You know what I mean?
Right. Does it have to do with the fact he defeated Canadian Andrew Chen? You're a big Andrew Chen guy?
I do love Andrew Chen.
He's the best, yeah.
Andrew Chen is dynamic. He's
really nice.
He's I mean, Canadians are nice in general, but he is way high at the top, just like Davidi Kitai's stats.
Whoa, here they are. Best GPI world rank of number 2. He's played 3 matches so far, Joe, and things really started off well for Davidi. Fortunately, his last match against Darrell Mitzi of the Berlin Bears, he got swept, and that's not a good thing. But Davidi has made one of the best moves I've ever seen in my life in this league. It was week 1, actually, against Igor Kurganov, making a magical fold, and actually ended up winning that match. So Davidi, of course, called Le Génie, which means that he's a genius. He knows what he's doing. Tied for 49th in points, but again, he's only played 3 times, so we can't expect that many points. But again, the problem here is the bagel in that heads-up match. He's going to want to redeem himself today. 43%, total points rate at the 38th in the league. So stats that should be better, but that, again, has to do with the fact he's only played 3 matches so far in this league.
All right, let's take a look at Pascal Lefrancois' stats.
Yeah, Lefrancois really started off well in the league and was a top scorer for most of the first half of this season. Through 4 matches, has 21 points. Still ties him for 21st. Has not played any 6-max matches. Has been in the team's heads-up specialist. Only 2 wins, and I mentioned that by saying only is that because his first 2 matches were fantastic victories. One against Bryn Kenny that remains one of the top matches so far this year, where Bryn Kenny was just swinging as he does, and Lefrancois wanted none of it and just swung back. 58% of total points efficiency, tied for 14th in the league, but he was still in our top 10 before his last match. That was a defeat to Dario Sammartino. Our good friend Mustafa Canet made sure to remind us of that Dario did defeat the great Pascal Lefrancois, preventing Montreal from adding more points to their top score.
Well, let's talk to Pascal directly. He's down on the floor with Laura.
Indeed, he is Pascal Lefrancois. We're just talking about your last showing here in the Cube versus Dario Sammartino. Talk us through that match. Obviously, you didn't win it, but you picked up 3 points still.
Dario, I mean, I think it was a pretty tight match. I think I could easily have won 2 or 3 matches. It ended up being big all-ins pre-flop that I lost both. I mean, I think it was pretty close. Dario was a good player, and I'm looking forward to have a tough match today as well.
Davidi obviously hasn't been in the Cube before, so you have that on him. You have a bit more experience behind you with that now. Do you think that will help?
I guess so, but honestly, I think it's pretty. The Cube, it's very, very user-friendly, so I don't think that's going to be a big edge for me.
He's going to get it quite quickly. Yeah. He was just talking about facing you before. It was in Berlin. Do you remember that?
I remember I got ninth, busted to him in a quite standard hand, I think. But as I said to him earlier, I'm going to try to keep my face straight today because I know how good he is to pick up live tells and how good of a live presence he has.
Did you see the fold that he made as well in the first week?
No, I didn't see it.
It was pretty phenomenal, and we're hoping to see some more good action from the both of you today. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Inside the Cube, back to you. Ready for this first game?
We've got breaking news from the country of Canada, don't we, Eric?
Joe, you know I talk a lot about vegans, but I also talk about Canadians because, you know, I'm proud of them. And I'm so proud to tell everyone that Kristen Bicknell has won the $1,500 bounty event at the World Series of Poker. Second career bracelet.
Canada, buddy.
She is amazing. She truly is one of the top poker players in Canada. It's just an unknown secret. But now 2 bracelets, a Supernova Elite. Congratulations, Christy B. Cannot wait to get to the Rio after this. Hoping these 2 guys play one hand. And
Hoping that you're still at the payout window by the time he arrives. I did want to read one comment from Twitch. Remember, twitch.tv/GPL. And Wiener85 says, got to cheer on our Canadian rep of our lone Canadian GPL franchise. Go Pascal, go Nationals, go. He's not the only Canadian on the team, though, right? I misread that. Okay.
Yeah, most are Canadian, yep. Except for Martin Jakobsen. He's not Canadian, he's Swedish.
He is Swedish. That we have got some good Swedishisms this year. Remember chugging the bone?
Whoa, that's from Anton Wigg.
That was Anton Wigg.
Yeah, who stole Nellie's bankroll.
Swinglish, as he likes to call it. I did mention that you could get in touch, twitch.tv/GPL. You can also tweet at us. #GPL. And a quick rundown of how this will work in our second match of the day today. Both players start with 50,000 in chips. Blinds are 2 and 400. They go up every 4 minutes. Each player has a 20-minute time bank that we have not seen run out in a long time. So if that happens, I'll explain it to you then. For now, let's have poker to the power of 3 and get down to the cube.
Players, please enter the cube.
#chugging the bone, says Pappy Van Winkle. Get inside. Doesn't Davidi Kitai look like, you know, we're talking about sportifying poker. He looks like an athlete. He looks like a tennis player or a soccer player.
Yeah, for sure.
There's like a million soccer players that look just like that guy.
Yeah, he plays poker that way too.
Just a lot of kicking.
No, very much a sporting mindset.
Really, really boring and almost no scoring.
Hey, 3 bracelets and a triple crown. I'll take it.
Doesn't sound like soccer to me.
Okay. So to bet, what should I do? I bet.
I think you have to raise.
Okay. Here we go.
You know, I mentioned there weren't too many weird, light, out of line 3 and 4 bets going on the GPL so far this year. We had a little bit in the last match. I think if anybody is likely to make a liar out of me in that statement, it's Davidi Kitai. He's just been 3-bet by 7-6 suited.
I 3-bet.
Okay, I see.
I thought Davidi said all in, but then I remember that doesn't even matter.
No?
Not in the GPL, not on my watch, and not today.
The full button is...
Use the slider or the...
No, he's trying to fold.
Oh, yeah.
Or you
There
can
it is.
Here we go.
Well, your opponent could actually trap you. Oh, to fold, you have to slide the thing and then go all in.
You gotta press the all-in button.
There you go. We got Montreal Nationals in the chat. That's our buddy Anthony Charter doing great work for the Nationals social media accounts.
That's Anthony Charter.
Charter, yeah, very.
To you.
Yeah, very, very eclectic man.
Bump, bump. Why can't I hit that note? Always early. That's what she told me.
Yo.
Not much doing so far in this match. We're on hand number 4. Pascal flops a pair. Backdoor clubs. Who7, who says, so the cube is pointless. Got it. I think it's anything but pointless. Right after Mubot explained it to you, it's a soundproof one-way visible glass arena. We can see and hear the players. They can't see or hear us. Not sure why that makes it pointless. It's especially pointful when there's people watching live with hole cards right outside of that glass.
I think you need to see it, Joe. You need to see the cube. People that walked in Blackpool, for example, are our friend, amazed by the structure. So it's fun to see once you see it. It's quite a large structure, just like you. You take your shirt off.
I am a large structure.
Yo.
Davidi Rivers, the neener. Top pair for him, and his river bet is not called. I agree with Feudal Habit, says the cube allows for commentary and the players to be in a perfect one-on-one setting. He says, in fact, the cube has exactly 8 points. Because the other guy said it was pointless. I think the cube has at least 8 points. One of those points, you show me, go, what's this cube all about? What's this here cube?
What cube?
I'm curious about this cube. Oh, Hugh7, you are not very bright, are you? You're a very unintelligent person. Some of it rubbed off on me because I just almost tried to use unintelligent, but still.
Hughes needs to know that we are boiling hot. It's our second match. We have another match tomorrow.
Oh, bring it. Come on. Come at me, bro.
Canada Day tomorrow. It is Canada Day.
Ah, thanks for having me, buddy.
Yeah. And hey, I booked these matches, Joe.
Hey.
And a smart guy would have booked Canada. I would have booked Montreal to play tomorrow. But no, I didn't, because I'm not that smart. Yeah.
Well, because they all want to be out celebrating Canada Day.
That's right. Barbecues, maple syrups.
But all we're saying is that we're in the second match of a doubleheader today. It's warm in here, so we're feisty.
Yeah, we're a little feisty. I'm hungry. Thanks, God, Paul.
This guy who says it doesn't do anything different than a poker table heads up would present. What are you, stupid?
Yeah, because you're playing about 1 million more hands an hour.
No, I'm talking about the point of them being in the cube.
Oh, the
it's
cube.
like a regular heads-up table. They'd be able to hear me right now. Watch this, ready? Pascal, Davidi's only got 9 high. Pascal.
Can't hear him.
Pascal. Oh, no, it's not. It's a pair of 9s now. It's a pair of 9s.
Buddy.
Pascal. He's thinking to himself, should I let Stapes know I can hear him?
Maybe he's thinking you might be lying to him.
Davidi giving him the chance to bluff at this. I don't think he's looking to check fold. Not really Davidi's style.
God, look at Kitai.
Well, time for him to make a liar out of me or make a hero out of himself. Oh, wow, he did check to fold. Nice hand, Pascal.
It's a fun match, Joe. Pascal was very honest in telling me that this was a bucket list, bucket item for him to play. Davidi heads up. Davidi
Really?
Yeah, he's well recognized in all French communities, but of course around the world as one of the best players. And it's always fun to pit yourself up against one of these legends of the game. Oh, Kiz says the commentary is awesome. Just give us 5 minutes. You'll be upset. Oh, no, Kappa.
Kappa. PJ Salt. Pog Champ. Bible Thump. Pair versus the Gimpy Ace. Oh, look at who's changing his story now. Classic internet troll.
They're also not online players, so. Pew! Pew!
Davidi manages to catch a 9. It's not the scariest board ever for 2 6s. Feudal Habit thinks you run better if you wear your team's jersey.
Let's be honest. Look at how good Pascal looks in yellow, so.
Thanks, Patty. I love the color yellow. Reminds me of bananas. Yum. Thanks, Rageberry. He says, oh, I just Googled what Kappa means. I sincerely meant that the commentary is awesome. This time, no Kappa. That's very kind.
Hey, our friend Electricalisé is in the chat. Do I have a crush on Pass? I do.
It's a very good bet.
I do. And his girlfriend is in the crowd. Hello, Stephanie. I'm sorry, but I do have a crush on
Who's
on
Electric
Pass.
Alizé?
She's a friend of ours. A Montreal Nationals fan.
That one? Oh, hey. I need some water over here.
We're good. Reminder that Kristen Bicknell has won her second bracelet, and I got a cut.
In Canada.
I got
Eric,
money.
you know how they named Canada, eh?
Hold on. Alizé confirming she's who she is. You can't say she's who she is.
Sorry,
What the
shuts
hell
up.
is that?
Well, I've got a quick history lesson about Canada, eh?
Yeah.
So these two
Hold on.
Canadian
I was going to
guys-
drink water. How stupid am I?
don't drink
Go
water.
ahead, Joe.
So
Yep.
these two Canadian guys, they're the two first guys that founded Canada, and they were like, "Hey, this is a pretty good country, eh? What do you think we should name it, eh?" And then one guy goes, "Well, I think it should have a C, eh? And then it should have like an N, eh? And then it should have like a D, eh?"
Yeah.
And that's how they named Canada. Little known fact.
It's good. It's good.
Pair good for Davidi, and he wins on the flop.
Pedro asking if it's the singer Alizé. No. No.
I made the funniest joke to her the first time that I met her, and I can't say it on the air.
Really bad? Joe's going to write the joke. I'm going to approve it for air. Poker Central, get ready with the button. No, you didn't say that to her.
Yeah.
What? First time you met her?
Yeah.
Why would you say that to her first time you met her?
'Cause it's
And you know
hilarious.
she's Canadian.
Because it's hilarious. Do they have that in Canada?
Yeah.
Because it's hilarious, and she had a boyfriend, so there was no danger in me like screwing anything up.
John Newcomb asking, what did I miss? Nothing. And I've not approved that joke, by the way.
Well, there's a difference between a joke that you can make behind closed doors. Now you make a joke like that, somebody writes a blog about it.
Yeah. Oh, Eddie Zay saying she does not even remember it. God.
I'll tell you again next time I see you.
Yeah. Just think really bad, and then you'll remember it. Hey, Davidi Kitai has the chip lead, and Pascal had that chip lead about 5 minutes ago, and we went on a rant, so wow.
Yep.
Good job.
Davidi, big draw here, though. Pretty much coin flip to win this hand.
Eddie Z confirming, good thing I don't have a blog or a memory.
How do you whisper at somebody? /W?
Oh, God. Don't mess that up. Pappy says, I predict this match goes over 150 hands total. Could very well be. 50 hands a game? Yep. Could happen. Joe, we also got some breaking news from Mustafa Kanat, who did confirm that Dario Sammartino.
What's the breaking news?
Dario Sammartino is the cook in the house. Look at Dario. Doesn't that suck? Tall, dark, handsome, and he cooks?
I feel like your idea and my idea of breaking news varies greatly.
Really? Wow. Okay.
You can't even eat pasta, can you?
Yeah, I can eat
Because
pasta.
you're not a vegan.
Why? Try to be. But there's pastas that don't have any eggs and or... Yeah.
Most does.
Yeah, I know. I understand. Baguette does not. Hey, there you go.
Unless we're talking about delicious vegan lasagna. Yum.
Hey, Joe, what you tried to whisper is actually right here on the blog. That's not cool. I'm so sorry.
She's giving me alternates. Alternates for the joke. That's awesome.
We love Eddie Z. Thanks for being here. I also saw Montreal Poker in the chat. That's Michael. He's a legend at Playground Poker Club. They're big fans of the GPL. Thank you, Michael, for being with us today. All right. Your buddy Who's is back in.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he doesn't want to give me dating advice anymore.
Oh.
Pascal nearly even again with Davidi. Davidi and Davida, Davidi and Davida. Hey, that's a fun flop for ace-6 with the ace of diamonds. Not such a terrible flop for queen-6 with the queen of diamonds either. Yeah.
Our buddy Boy Swings is right. Zucchini makes a great alternative. You can spiral that
I think I
stuff.
saw one of those in our kitchen.
Yeah, our Polish friend brought.
I was like, oh, get this away from me. Oh.
Great substitute. It's raw. Good raw food. It's
I
good
threw
for
it in
you.
the pool. Alizé says gluten-free vegan pasta is also known as air, which is what I eat. And I've seen photos of Alizé. This story checks out. A lot of yacht air being consumed by that human. Pascal wins this one, even though the run out was boring.
Oh, look at that. Fist pump.
500, 1,000 are the blinds. And the second match of today's GPL brought to you by Circular Saws. If you hear us in the background, go out and buy one. Great for cutting things. Circular Saws. Ouch.
Poker mindset coach, Spaghetti Squash, a great pasta substitute, and he's an anti-vegan. He is right. You put that in the oven, Joe, scoop it out. It is delicious.
I'll
make that for you.
I don't mind, actually, the squash spaghetti.
Yeah.
No issues with it.
Put a little olive oil in there, a little basil, a little garlic.
Good question from the Poker Baffer. I wonder what happens to a vegan if they turn into a zombie.
We're screwed.
Right? What is it, like seitan? Right? Is that the stuff that you guys eat, the protein stuff?
Yeah, seitan is very delicious,
I
yeah.
mischecked that one.
Take it easy, board rider. Remember, this is how you're spending the only life you have. Watching something you think is a fail. Pocket nines for Pascal. Looking pretty good after this flop.
What's amazing about those comments is that my commentary ruins your career because the show is a total flop. But you're great. Sorry. How'd you think I'm great?
I think Eric Dennis is very good at his job, and without him, there would be no show at all.
Oh, that means we'd have some time off? Hey.
Yeah.
But that's fine. That's fine, board rider. I'll be here counting my money after my bracelet victory earlier today.
Pascal correctly value betting here on the turn for getting value and protection from this bet. Ooh, that's dirty, Arugi. Calling for the 4 on the river. Filthy.
That's a big bet.
God, I can watch Davidi Kitai play all day.
Well, you're often forced to, since that's how long it takes him to make many of his decisions.
I'm fine with that. Purple Hearts from Lost in Poker. We love our Lost in Poker. Hard-working individual. Works with Maria Ho amongst a whole bunch
Why
of
so big?
Twitch streamers. Like, look at that dig by Pappy saying you can't have two funny guys at the desk. Damn. Sorry, Joe. Apparently you're really boring.
Well, he knows that I'm giving you all of the comedy, that I'm actually sort of funny, but I'm letting you have it.
I mean, to be fair, at least now calling me out saying I now have a crush on both players. I do. If I have to pick one, I'll go with the guy that looks like a vegan. So I'll choose Davidi. Although Pascal does have the broad shoulders. I don't know. Yeah, and if you don't find me funny, it's Joe's fault. He goes home and writes my bits. So
I'm really not convinced, but I'll let you this one.
Good fold. We know he does not care for the fold.
I feel like it's definitely not going to be a good thing for me.
you know what, Elise? Tough choice.
We know it wasn't a dig, Pappy.
Yeah, we're just joking.
And that's Eric's brand of humor. the kind that has to be explained with just joking later.
Yeah, I do find myself to be funny, but I'm the only one that says that.
Not always. You get a couple in there.
I had a good Jesus joke. Remember, like week 1? There's a great Jesus joke in there. Jesus Ferguson. It was a great joke.
I do not remember that.
Remember the crowd laughed.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen.
And you punched me because you're like, I only get the laughs here, Dennis.
Don't embarrass me in front of Aaron Paul. Pascal has got Davidi dominated.
You missed it earlier today. That's right. Mustafa Kanat, the Rome Emperor, is a big 3-0 victory over the Las Vegas Moneymakers. Jake Cody just, a pile of sweat at the end of that one. So, Kanat just smashed him.
He was a big old sack of sweat. Just a sweaty, pale meat bag. Poker Panther says I'd go snap all in my whole bankroll for Kanat every time.
Yep.
You Mustafa?
Boys asking, can we watch old matches? How about Jonathan Jaffe and Cyril Mitzi? Yes, you can. GlobalPokerLeague.com. They're all there.
Davidi investing a significant portion of his stack on this bluff. Pascal's got a very bluffable hand, though, and gets rid of it. So these two are nearly even again.
Doc 7 trying to take my job by announcing that Michael Gaethje has tied Davidi Kitai. 3 bracelets by Belgians. And Kitai, you can bet, is looking at number 4. Gunning for number 4.
Look, there's only one Belgian poker player in my book, and that's Kenny Hallert.
Oh, Charles Neville,
Who?
November 9er.
Don't you mean
72-year-old superstar.
Don't you mean Pierre Oldville?
Whoa!
Which makes it even more impressive, Eric.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. He finished, by the way, another second place finish at the WSOP for Pierre earlier this summer. Where were you on that, Doc 7? Nowhere.
Doc 7, we appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Great. I forgot about that. Good job. Oh, and B-Way letting us know how to say his name. Thank you, B-Way. Oh, and I did not have to announce that. Thank you, B-Way. God, Doc 7 with the brag. Knows Davidi. He's a cool guy. Good for you. It's really cool.
John Newcomb trying to cram some off-stage references in here.
Oh, I miss my Jackie.
Did you see someone earlier begging for me to do some stand-up
Yeah.
in the chat? I'll give you. This is what I always do when people demand stand-up out of me.
Joe, can I see some stand-up?
My favorite joke. So I'm on Tinder
I heard.
a lot. Well, I've deleted it recently, but I was on Tinder for a really long
Okay,
time.
yep.
And this one time, I had unprotected sex with an old lady. She gave me hearing aids. You're welcome.
It's very good.
You're welcome, everyone. There you go. You are welcome.
Davidi winning this hand.
That was for you, Andy. Andy Avalanche on Twitter. Kat Arnsby tweets in using the hashtag GPL. I do love the cube, but I still expect Philip Schofield to pop up with some sort of ball game. Hashtag one for the Brits. Blackpool says, Alize with a funny quip to that, actually. She died the next day. Blackpool, the face that everyone made in the studio during the age joke equals priceless. Poker Panther really pulling for Pascal. He says, please not rip. Bible thump. I've actually started sweating from the inside of my nostril, Eric. I have a drip going right now.
I believe you.
It's so bizarre. Oh, we still have paper towels. That's good.
Oh, we do. Yeah. Thanks for helping me out earlier, Joe, when my feet were soaking.
I'm not wasting this on your feet.
from my
Sorry.
from my thigh sweat.
Jeez.
Lucky River.
Nice.
Lucky River indeed. Pascal down to 16 big blinds in this first game of 3.
Remember earlier where I said, hey, let's join us by shutting down your ACs. Well, Alize has shut down her AC. If you're at home watching this, it is literally 100 degrees in here, 97 about 2 hours ago, so it must be 100. Please join us. Shut down your ACs.
Picks, please.
Let's have some fun.
Picks, please.
Oh, you want Alize picks?
Yes.
Okay.
Can't wait to see a strip commentary.
We're pretty close to that.
My knees just buckled a little. Bam, 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 bam. Pascal's got a full house, by the way. But this is
King 5-7.
maybe the kind of hand that Davidi... Uh-oh, Davidi's floating big time. Big time float from Davidi. He could get into some real trouble here if Pascal lets him. Of course, it's easy for us to see that. And Pascal wins this one.
Way better.
Didn't get a chance to see some real carnage there. Right, Todd. No way he can check here. Todd 604. Lines now 1,200, 2,400. This could be the one.
This would be a fun hand.
This could be the one for GG game one, assuming that King Jack wins it. Pascal, the only player at risk in this hand. Ace-9 suited. He's just been raised by Davidi.
There he goes.
That's the all-in. Does Davidi call it off with King Jack? That's the question.
Let's do this. I feel like you have a small pocket pair.
He does not. And if the cue didn't work, he would have heard me say no.
Okay, let's gamble.
Okay, let's gamble. Pascal all in and at risk.
Small pocket pair would be up as well here. He'll take
Ace
that.
high holding.
I'll take the deuce.
The deuce.
He is happy for anything but a king or a jack. Pairs
good.
is 9. Pascal doubles up. Now has the chip lead over Davidi Kitai, who is down to 10 big blinds himself.
Okay, Jack.
Sorry.
To give you an analysis, everything is sticking here because it's really, really warm.
I tried to pick my phone up off the desk and it stuck, and then it, picked it up like a little and then dropped it again.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
The jack is alive.
Wow, the jack is alive.
Still
The 8
alive.
is not.
Oh.
Davidi really needs to hit a jack, and it can't be the jack of clubs.
2 jacks are alive. No.
Ball game. So look at that. Pascal was up against it. Quick little double up that manages to put away Davidi in game number 1. So yeah, I mean, this is now this was a trend that we saw early on in the league, that we saw that basically players would have kind of a rubber match and not really trade much going back and forth until the blinds got high, and then we'd have to see them get it in. I feel like we've drifted away from that. The last few matches, we saw players playing bigger pots earlier on. This time today, we got back to it a little bit, and we saw that Davidi was pretty much holding over Pascal for a while. But once the blinds got high, all it took was that one quick little double up. Then Davidi was super short. Everything's kind of standard there at the end. It just happens how it happens. Luckily, that's why we play 3 games.
That's right. Davidi gets right back in the cube with a chance to pick up 3 points, just in a few minutes. But hey, we keep on talking about those nationals. The rich get richer. It's now an 11-point lead, on the LA Sunset. 133 points for the team. So really, really a great season so far for those mighty nationals who just keep on piling up the points.
Sandy Sanchez has just missed that last hand. What was it? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was Lefrancois winning and his opponent losing.
It was, hold on, Pascal Lefrancois had ace-9
Right.
up against the, no,
Jack
it wasn't
was alive.
ace-9.
Ace-8 versus
It was
Jack-8.
ace-8 versus Jack-8. It was the hand before that where Pascal doubled up with ace-9 up against the king-jack of Davidi Kitai.
Just one thing, Joe. Usually in the GPL,
Yeah.
most of the time, the player that wins the first match, ends up winning the match. It's happened more times than it's not happened. However, in his last match, Lefrancois did win the first one, and then lost the next 2 games to lose the match. So maybe a trend. We'll have to see what happens in these next 2 games. But Lefrancois did drop it after winning the first one last time.
When you say most of the time, do you
More than
mean
50%.
So, but this is like you guessing, or this is like legit?
Oh, it's legit. It's legit.
Look at me for a second. Let's just handle
Thank you,
this for
boss.
buddy.
Oh, that's great. Oh my God.
The other side.
No, but yeah.
Hold on, you got.
Oh, crap.
Okay.
Remember earlier when my hair was nice and yeah.
Remember earlier
looking
when I
at you.
weighed 4 pounds more than I do right now? I remember that.
That's
it's like
a good
I'm trying to
thing.
make weight in wrestling.
Yeah. We're a UFC combo, and we're trying to make weight in the lightweight division from the way the lights are hitting us.
Nobody believes that. Oh, you mean
Well,
the
it's 'cause we're-
lightweight? Like,
Yeah, those things. It's because we're muscular, of course. That's why we would not be lightweights.
I don't know about you, but I was thinking of using the pool earlier. We've got our boys in the cube. They're out of the cube and they're on the floor with Laura.
They are indeed. Congratulations to the Montreal Nationals, just excelling the lead now. 3 more points to your team. And talk us through that match.
As Eric said, I think it went up and down. I started with the lead, then Davidi took it. Then we got in not many blinds, and I ended up scoring the 3 points.
How are you feeling?
I feel okay. I would prefer to win, but I feel okay.
There was one hand, we didn't hear much from you in the cube, but there was one hand when you said you weren't convinced. You folded it in the end, but you said you weren't convinced. Have you talked through that hand yet?
Yeah, he told me that he got it, so it was all right. Yeah, I almost leveling myself, but finally I took the good decision.
Good job. And we have 2 more games to go, so are Montreal Nationals just going to excel even more, or can Paris Aviators win some back here?
I think this one is for me.
We'll see.
You've both got your partners railing here as well, so that's nice.
Exactly.
Yeah,
gonna-
definitely nice. Yeah.
All right, cool. We are going to go to game 2 very shortly, just after this quick break.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Can't get enough of the GPL? Head over to globalpokerleague.com for the most complete and up-to-date standings, schedule, stats, and information on your favorite team, as well as full-length match replays, highlights, and epic hands from all of our matches, and much, much more.
Breathe the air, it's like a fire, we can't control it. See explosions in the sky. Moving faster than the sun over horizon. Chance it all to feel alive. Body's moving slow. 'Cause this love is all night. Moving faster than the sun. Explosions in the sky.
You know, considering how hot it is in here, we should stop dancing to that commercial every single time.
I can't help it.
It does get
really
inside you
good.
a little bit.
Yeah, my hips don't lie.
Your hips do tend to bend the truth. I would
Possibly
say.
from time to time. Okay.
I didn't really think of what we should talk about for this next little segment before they go back in the cube. I saw a ladder going up in there. Is it going to be a ladder match?
Ladder match. I got my money on Lefrancois if it's a ladder match. Let's be honest.
We are going to WWFify poker, and that's right. I still say WWF.
You're allowed. I don't think you're allowed, actually. I think you could get sued.
No offense to the
'cause-
World Wildlife Federation, who apparently has a sick team of lawyers.
Yeah.
If only.
How did they beat WWE? Yeah,
if
that's
only
true.
you could save a panda with a lawsuit.
Yeah, instead of suing, saving. Speaking of saving, the French dog is in the chat.
Hey, Marc Andre's in
Le
there.
manager.
Okay, yes, fantastic.
Le manager, yeah.
Speaking of broad shoulders, geez.
Yeah, that team is a good-looking team.
By the way, did you hear the ad for the Circulus during Laura's interview. I thought when she said, "Are the Aviators going to pull it out?" and then I heard, I thought it was maybe a plane flying over. Nah.
Did you notice, by the way, that
Circular saw.
Pascal had to ask Laura to go to the bathroom? That's the way it works here. Laura is the
wears
den mother, and she
many
decides.
hats, and one of those hats is apparently
Bathroom
a
attendant.
pee hat. She's the one that holds out the hall passes. She has to hand those out.
Good
You
job,
have to get her
Luis.
permission.
Like
She's
it.
like, "What is it?" I don't know. You seem to want to go to the bathroom at the same time every day. Just doesn't seem believable to me. All right, I'll do it.
This is the last time, Jimmy.
The last time, Jimmy. Is that the typical shortening of Pascal?
Pascal, yeah.
Pascal,
Pas-
Jimmy,
Or Jimmy.
Lefrancois.
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 Which is, of course, French for the Francois.
The Francois, yes, very much so.
Now Laura's going to poke them with a stick until they get back into the cube.
She would. Hey, the AC's on.
That's good, I think.
Yeah.
It may be too late for us. So real quick recap of what happened in the first match. It was Pascal who won that match, earning 3 points for the Montreal Nationals, getting them on the board here. They're already in first place in their division, but this is just more gravy on the poutine.
Yeah.
Wow, we went for the same thing there.
Not bad.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah, I
Both
think of poutine
two
when I think of Montreal.
former fat kids.
That's right.
So that's where we go. First off.
Can I, my mother has texted me a joke about the cube, but I think it's really bad.
A mom joke?
Yeah.
It's like a dad joke, only less funny because it's by a woman.
But
There you go. Write your blogs, everybody.
Do you swear
Get out
you're-
your pens.
Do you swear not to laugh at my mom?
No, I swear to laugh at your mom.
Okay, because she said,
I'm going to laugh with your mom.
good thing they're not playing in a ice cube.
Ah,
Because she feels for us. She saw my hair and said, yep, it's hot.
I'll allow it.
Okay, thanks, Mom.
But we do want them to play. We need an ice cube. Although it would be
Well,
melted at this
not
point.
the ice cube, because he's really annoying. Because he'd be
There's
hot.
snakes out there this big. Sorry, it's my favorite ice cube. That and Can You Breathe from
Can you
Three
breathe?
Kings.
Yeah, I
Can
like
You
it.
breathe?
That's a good movie.
I
Good
can't
movie.
breathe right now.
No,
I wonder
trust
how the
me.
players are doing. Are they breathing cube air yet? Nope, they are
Nope.
not.
Oh,
they're
yeah,
in the
they
cube.
are.
Wait, I can stop
Where's the
talking.
ladder? Where's the ladder?
Let's just do more poker now.
Ladder 5. Oh, the ladder's gone. Did you see Dorian in there? He was looking good there.
All the French guys on this team are super
Yeah,
handsome.
They hit the gym.
There's like the nerdy handsome one, Dorian. Then there's like the slightly older salt and pepper handsome one, Sufjan.
Sofiane, yeah, he's a very attractive man.
And then there's the bro one.
The bro.
Richard.
Richard, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't even know there were French bros.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's very Americanized. He used to play American football in France.
Makes sense. Story checks out.
Yeah. He was good, although, let's be honest, not like they had big depth charts.
Always trigger the first hand. That's part of your strategy.
Huge part of my strategy. Win the first time.
By the way, Joe, all the people in that house all work out. Even Laura, her workout, going by the pool. She actually does get the leaves out of the pool. That's a good workout, actually.
You
There's a lot
gotta
of
use
leaves.
your muscles a little bit for that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm awaiting a Laura hate Skype, but it's not happening. Make sure you hashtag that GPL, Laura.
She probably wrote herself a hall pass. Can't hear you right now.
And he's a reminder, the reason Pascal not wearing a jersey, look at that man in canary yellow.
Kat Arnsby back in touch over Twitter. Don't forget, you can talk to us via Twitter if you hashtag your tweet GPL. She feels so sorry for us melting in the GPL studio. She sheds a tear and it freezes on her face because Britain in June is still not very warm.
Oh, okay.
King Queen.
Quoi?
King Queen.
Un peu mieux.
Sorry, call icon, you messed that up. Therefore, we can't read it, and you're not going to get those picks. You messed that up. You messed that sentence up.
Just
Sorry.
like we do.
Yeah, I
all
did.
the time.
I did that too.
Davidi jumps out to the slight lead here in game number 2. By the way, this match marks the second half of heat number 5. 1.5 heats left to go, including this match.
Yeah, tune in tomorrow. It's Canada Day, and of course, Montreal is off. Sergei Lebedev coming off a 7th place finish in the 5K
Hey,
No
no
Limit
way
Turbo.
we're playing the kid on Canada Day, buddy.
He is facing the Sao Paulo Mets member to be announced. Andre Akari playing games.
We didn't fight for our independence fleeing from the... I'm just gonna stop that one there. As James Hardigan says, Canada, it's like an America that didn't go wrong.
Yeah, okay, we'll take that.
Oh, Cull Warrior. Flattery will get you everywhere as Pascal bets his 5 high, no showdown value. Come on, Davidi snaps us off with a queen though, right?
Jack in your range.
No.
Ooh, a jack in your range, so Davidi
Hitting button.
folds.
Wow.
Nice bluff, Pascal. Back to Cull Warrior. You know what I hate about poker? These GPLs. EPTs. That's not what he
WPTs,
hates.
WSOPs.
They go on break. Why can't we have it year round? I put a dramatic pause into that. So you'd think, you know what I hate? GPL going on break. That's the party hates.
Would that mean that I would work 365 days?
Some
No.
people out there may be taking offense to my Canadian accent. Take it easy, buddy. Come on, guy.
No, it's fine. I am representing Canada here, Joe. It's fine.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
Your earlier joke to Alizé was not approved. Not fine. Cannot be read on air.
Fine, top pair for Davidi. Hey, so Alizé in the chat's trying to tell me that my Canadian accent's no good, eh? And she's trying to say that like I'm some kind of hoser and that I don't understand how people talk in that part of the world, eh?
Eh?
Seriously, buddy. Reckless Tyler says, hey, don't mock my motherland, buddy. I'll give you something to cry about.
Did say a boot. Call Icon remembering that Laura and I do have a hair versus hair match in the cube coming up later on. Since we both love our hair and both need our hair for work, we're going to do that the last day.
See, this is the kind of flop that I want when I play 3-deuce suited. I'm like,
Yes.
oh man, there's like so many cool little funky flops I can hit. And it's always like Jack 10 King, two clubs when you have diamonds. And it's like, what?
That's the issue, Joe. There are still 2 cards left and you do need help. Boy, look at me with the true analysis.
Pascal's checked over to Davidi. And Pascal folds. Lines 3 and 600, hand number 8. Seems like more, honestly.
Please, someone get Stapes' own podcast. He's got one. EPT Not Live.
It's not exactly my own podcast.
Well, let's be honest. You're the talent on that show.
It's, let's just say if it was totally my podcast, things would be done slightly differently. But as far as
If it was totally your podcast, there'd be more bleeps and half that show would be cut.
well, there would be, no, half the show is already cut.
Oh. I knew that. I didn't know if you wanted to say that or
No,
not.
I mean, I don't care.
Okay. Half the show's cut. No, but by
There
your
would be
buddy.
far less things bleeped and cut if it was my own show. Now,
course.
having said that, they're doing it for my own protection.
That's true.
Much of the stuff that is cut probably should be cut. I went on a 7-minute Benghazi rant last episode. Gone. Totally.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
There was the 9/11 was an inside job rant. Didn't make it.
I'll try to win some pots soon.
That's understandable.
There was the send the immigrants home rant. Didn't make it. So I'm
wanna-
making you uncomfortable. I'm joking.
No,
literally,
not at all.
Literally none of those rants took place on my
Oh,
show.
I thought
They're
you
just
did.
jokes.
As a joke. I thought you did it as a joke. Hey, do you want to throw our buddy Dorian under the bus for a minute? Since
No,
we're on air?
I don't like to throw the crew under the bus.
But it's fine.
I mean, you can.
It's fine.
Go ahead.
He has...
Hold on, let me start the bus engine.
No, but Dorian has recently been watching that EPT commercial a lot
Yeah.
and finds this particular lady very fetching, and Dorian is not a super poker fan just
Right.
yet. So I introduced him to Fatima,
She's taken, bruh.
but he still wanted to know who she was. Dorian, she's taken, and she punches, so do not even attempt anything.
Also, I'll tell Dorian what I tell everybody who mentions Fatima. She's not that great in person. I mean, her personality, yeah, she looks like that, but she's really not that fun to hang out with.
She's just boring? No,
She's just kind of annoying.
she mean? She looks mean.
She's not mean.
She's a field hockey Olympic gold medalist, Joe.
She's very underwhelming in person.
Fatima, if you're watching, we love you. Oh, the corn dog! She's saying Fatima is mine. Oh yeah, corn dog wants herself some Olympic gold medal love.
The hammer time. Me and Fatima are friends. I'm just goofing around.
Yeah, relax, guys.
Pascal's got the gut shot. He's got the gut shot. He's looking for the 9. I'd like to call this a semi-bluff. I can't believe it, Vince. Davidi Kitai faced with a decision with only second pair. 8,700 is a bet. I've never seen anything like it.
No! That's my Vince Van Patten.
This is not the kind of situation you want to find yourself in.
I do believe it is raining outside, Joe. That's insanity. When it rains in Vegas, everything stops. Yeah, the building is shaking here. Of course, from this match, the anticipation of this match. Folks, if you've never been to Vegas when it rains, the temperature literally drops 30 degrees when it rains. It's quite spectacular. So Joe went outside to make sure it was raining because we're a little scared, and yeah, it's raining.
I don't think it's raining out. It's just a drizzle. It's just a sprinkling.
It could be sweat, let's be honest.
Look happy that I found.
Worst Sexton impression ever. Maybe because no
What?
one's ever tried one before.
Well, Andy also asked earlier, where's the best sushi place in Vegas? And I thought that gas station, the Texaco, delicious.
Yes,
Hold on, you went to Nobu. Did you have sushi at Nobu?
I must have.
Yeah. Yeah, you're drunk as a skunk. So your horse, she finished like, what, fifth?
Fourth, Maria Ho, who I
Yeah.
would not refer to as a horse. I mean, her
No,
teeth
but-
are big, but they're not.
Joe.
There's just a
No, but
nice
the one,
smile.
The one you're supporting.
Yeah.
Mine won her second bracelet.
Yeah, sure, fine.
Like,
Great.
I'm going to Nobu tonight.
Great, but I'm
With
sorry,
Tiffany
Eric.
Michelle.
I already thought that women could win bracelets, and I didn't have to wait for one of them to do it before I acknowledged it.
Pappy, we're not going to touch that one.
Maria Hoarse, like you, Project 127.
We do. We're a big fan of the Proj. So we do apologize if you're hearing this. It's insanity outside.
Davidi gets no value out of his set. Pascal with the slight lead. King Jack suited.
Yes, Alizé, join us tomorrow where I'll talk about the fact that I had a percentage. Kristen Bicknell, two-time WSOP bracelet winner,
Apparently, there's a flash flood warning for Vegas right now.
which is just a regular rainstorm here.
I think that I love it when a storm flashes.
Blackpool asking, can vegans win bracelets? Blackpool, there's a pretty legendary guy in your country, Daniel Negreanu.
Lines up to 500, 1,000. That hand was fast. Bob Sappa says, please don't insult Maria. She's a great human.
Yeah, guys, we do jokes here. Maria is one of the top managers in this league. We love her. Joe is very good, very close friends with Maria. We're just having a laugh here, just having a great time. And this building is about to break. Oh, look at Blackwood. He was actually setting me up for this one. Good job, sir. You and I make a great team like peanut butter and jelly, which is vegan.
Peanut butter jelly time.
3 hammer time asking who's Daniel Negreanu? You probably shouldn't be watching this.
I'm with you, Poker Panther. I was waiting for the guy to give me a reason. And I finally had one.
Oh, did you drop the hammer?
Yeah, I've had enough of him. Oh, Bob Sappa was talking to the chat. I see.
Ah.
That's right. The Hammer Time knows what I'm talking about. Dropping the hammer over here. Pascal's threes are good. Davidi is going to bet this. Beep, boom, beep, boom. That's 13 thou into 15 thou.
Is that sizing?
Yeah, right? That sizing is weird.
I don't think I can call that combo. Are you happy or unhappy that I
Quite unhappy, to be honest.
Dan Sowell asks, how do one obtain as many dad jokes as Mr. Stapes? You need to become a dad many, many times over. You're all my babies. That's why I say hello, my babies.
Reckless.
All the dad jokes.
Reckless Tyler, a vegan can win a ton of bracelets accepted in the horse event.
That's right.
Ah. Hey, speaking of bracelets, we mentioned Davidi has 3. He is also a 4-time GPI Belgian National Player of the Year. Basically, it's the Davidi Kitai award over there.
He's a beast.
Yep.
I'm going to try this for the hammer time. He says this storm will be over in 3, 2.
You're going to have to wait. It's worse.
Pascal raising his gut shot straight draw.
That's a nice play.
And Davidi folds. The best hand, I might add. Couple of kings out there. Pascal dominating.
I think I got this one.
Pascal does got this one.
Oh, no.
This time it's a couple of queens being dealt out. Both players miss. Davidi with the best hand is raising this flop bet from Pascal, who's going to quickly fold.
Okay.
And even though he did get Pascal to fold a slightly worse hand, I think that in general he's going to be happy with that fold most of the time. Ace-10 suited versus pocket threes. 41 big blinds, plays 42 big blinds. Davidi flops top pair and bets it. Pascal calls. May or may not be hail. By the way, I have a friend who works at a pool here,
Oh,
and she said they just closed the pool because of the weather.
it's a good reason. Yeah.
It was fun being outside for a second getting rained on. Now I'm all wet.
It's hailing.
Is it hailing for real?
It sounds like
It
it.
does sound like it, but it could be big raindrops.
Correct.
You know, since it hasn't rained, we don't even know like how intact the roof is in this place.
We don't.
I'm gonna go look at some real quick.
Yep. Joel will be right back. You're stuck with me for the next few minutes. Hey, look who's back in the chat.
Gigi?
Gigi! Welcome back, Gigi. It's been a few days.
Got a funky little 3-bet happening. Pascal getting weird with 10-5 offsuit. Andy Avalanche asks, are you guys located in a tin shack? In a word, yes. It is cooling off in here, though, which is nice.
It's amazing, yeah.
This is one for the archives. Both players flop a jack. Very, very good turn card for Davidi Kitai, who was losing pre-turn. Runner, full house for Kittles and Bits. The old Kit Bowl bets nearly 20,000. That is an overbet.
It's a great bet, though.
It's a very good bet.
You guys love to stick together.
Okay, now you know I'm not gonna raise.
This is just about a half Pascal's remaining stack to call. And the gods were angry that day, my friend. Wonder if they can hear that. They probably can't.
Yeah, we
The
can confirm
cube-
the cube is pretty amazing because these two players have no clue it is raining cats and dogs in a non-violent way.
It's raining Kit Bowls. Davidi wins that after Pascal folds.
I'm not sure what that.
I mean, producer Lewis, director Lewis makes a good point. Luis, sorry, guy. He's right, though. If this place floods, they may be the only two that survive.
They would be.
It would be like Life of Pi, except the tiger would be Davidi Kitai.
I mean, for the sake of humanity, maybe we should get their two girlfriends in there just in case.
No, I'm
Okay.
good. No,
They'll have to figure it out. They're two smart poker players. They can figure it out. If they're the only two left.
I think it'd be pretty cool if the cube were so soundproof and so opaque that if this entire studio got ripped up by a tornado, they would just come out and be like, what? Four, five, six, seven. Should be a straight, but it's not. It's just a pair of fives. And Pascal makes a very thin but very correct value bet. 7,000 to a pot of around 10,000.
Andy Avalanche saying, dangerous situation, hashtag Vegas weather from the Las Vegas whatever service. 2-inch hail balls coming down. And it says, heads up in his dangerous situation. Well, these two are heads up, and it is very dangerous for Lefrancois right now, trailing in this match.
Value 1x7 as well. I don't know. Tough to fold.
John Newcomb says Davidi be the hero. John Newcomb looking for blood. Davidi calls, and Pascal gets paid. Thin value bet that gets paid. I love it.
Takes the lead.
Sean Swag says super cautious by both players. Pascal realizes he's good. Andy, the Avalanche, claims to be a meteorologist. Well, buddy, if we're having problems with meteors, we'll get in touch. But for now, we're just going to talk about the weather. Jeez.
God, it's like those vegans. They keep on saying it.
Meteorology, like a meteor is going to be able to determine my future.
I think it's different, but okay.
Two, three, four, five. That's the hand for Pascal, plus a queen to go with it. Not the best hand for now, but he's got some outs. Davidi's winning with king high. Goes check, check. No, it did not go check, check. It just went check the one. Then it went check, check.
Boom, boom.
I learned that because I was studying meteorology, and it told me what the next. I looked at that meteor, and I was like, your next street will be check, check. Good point from the Hammer Time. Says apparently David's an aviator, so he understands the weather quite well as he folds to the straight of Pascal Lefrancois, excuse me, who got there. Lines were up, by the way, kids, if you noticed that. Heart draw for Pascal Lefrancois. Pair of nines in the end, good for Pascal. Technically 9 high was winning already.
Oh. Oof. That's good. I didn't realize it's just flush draw.
TJ87 asks, Mods, why you ban me? Is there a rule against politics in the chat, or are you just anti-Trump? Real question. How about a little bit of both?
Yeah. And if he can type it up, that means he's not banned, right?
Yeah, I think he means you got a timeout.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't really have a place here, the politics talk.
Right.
Unless it's something I want to talk about.
Then you're allowed.
Then I'm allowed to do it. Davidi feeling the heat, literally and metaphorically, because he is about to lose his second game if he does not do something. And that something is to win hands of poker. I'm not sure if I need to be more specific about that.
Earlier today, though, earlier today, we saw Rome versus Las Vegas, Mustafa Kennett defeating Jay Cody 3-0 as Pascal goes all in with the ace.
Davidi looks like he's going to call with queen 9 suited.
He set himself up on the screen to call. We'll see if...
He hasn't folded yet. That's all we know.
that famous look from Davidi.
Iceman, Wiki's got the all-in triangle. Must be from the Nano Noko stream.
Closing in on 1 minute in the tank, and he is making up his mind.
That is a call,
It's
and
called.
hits his 9. Pascal's also paired his 8. Pascal's the one who's going to need some help. Otherwise, Davidi is going to double up.
Did that.
No.
So Davidi does double up, and that's going to put them, sort of flip-flop them. Pascal not in quite as bad a shape as Davidi was before the start of that hand, but now he's got fewer than 20 big blinds.
Our friend Poker Panther, betting against French people must be good, they said. There's no French people
Not a
in the
French
queue.
person.
So, sorry.
There's a French team.
Right?
There's 2 French speakers.
Yeah. There's a French-Canadian team.
2 French kissers in there, probably.
Very much so. We saw the lovely Stéphanie in the crowd the other day. She mentioned that about Pascal. Great kisser.
Whoa.
Oh, he is. He is.
In-depth interviews here on the GPL. Pascal's 9 and his king both looking pretty good right now. It's Davidi who's betting. The bad end of a gut shot. I don't know if this even really counts as a semi-bluff.
George wants chairs.
Get your damn hands off my chairs.
Thank you, Eddie Z. I do work hard to get the in-depth info from the players and their significant others. It's my job.
Hashtag fake facts.
Yep.
Looks like Davidi's going to bet this again. Yes, he does. Not a massive bet relative to the size of this
Call
pot.
the sizing. That's
Yep.
a ridiculously bad run out for me, but I can't fold that then.
Can't fold that hand, and he is correct. So he's going to be back on top. After that hand he couldn't fold. Slip and Bleed says that he's a French tickler. Look out, baby. He got the tools. This could be dangerous for Davidi. Pair and a straight draw. Over pair for Pascal. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I meant to say this could be dangerous for Pascal, who is now drawing dead to a chop. The river's a jack. It's also a heart. Crummy GTA asks, where are you guys located? We're at the studio.
We're in Las Vegas if you want to join us for these matches, as a lot of people have joined us today. GlobalPokerLeague.com. We'll see you there.
Here at the Tropicana Business Park and Park and Fly.
Truly is a great double service. It's really good for them.
So I get back and forth to those auditions so quick. Run out there, hop the bus. Short 45 minutes to McCarran.
You're good. Pretty amazing they named the airport after Lon McCarran.
Right?
What a man. Although to be fair, it's not about, it wasn't after his poker description, it was when he did the Scrabble World Championships for ESPN.
And it's a Q.
By the way, that is not a lie. Lon did do commentary for the Scrabble World Championships on ESPN. Like ESPN, not the Ocho.
Probably explains why he used the word sartorial 5 times in the World Series of Poker broadcast. It's probably like a 147-point word somebody made in Scrabble. Poker Nut says after this match, all of Twitch is invited to Stape's house. Sure.
Yeah, let's have some fun.
Totally. Come on down.
Have fun getting through that gate.
I throw a great party,
You do.
especially when it's at somebody else's house.
Yeah. Would God, you had like 16 bottles of liquor the other night and you were all by yourself.
Look, it was on sale. If you bought 6 or more, you got a 10% discount.
So you bought 16.
Yeah, I bought 6. You're just throwing money away, Eric, if you don't do that.
I get you.
That's right, vegan barbecue at Stapes. I'll be cooking up some lettuce burgers, some carrots on a hot dog bun.
Poker Panther tofu party is a great party.
I'm even going to stick in the mashed potatoes. Both folks have got a pair. Pascal's pair better.
It's Wilhelmuth better.
Oh, the 9s.
Pappy, yes. Lon also did, or does. I don't know if he still does. The PBA, the Pro Bowling Association.
I guess it's too late. So you bet 8,000. Represent a 5 or pocket pair. You don't expect me to fold a 5.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to call. Decrypt Me says hero call. Poker Nut says he folds. Alize rooting for the fold.
What's going on there, Alize?
Have this one? Yeah.
Dara says Davidi reminds me of David Guetta's death stare into the crowd at Tomorrowland. They do look very similar, by the way, David Guetta and Davidi Kitai. Kitai all in for his last 12 big blinds. His pocket queens for
4.
Pascal, though. Queen's very likely to hold, even with that 4 on board. Just an 11% chance that Davidi does not go broke here in Game 2. Game 2 over.
Dude. Just right. Thanks.
And the Montreal Nationals continue to show the world on the Global Poker Tour why they are in first place.
What's the Global Poker Tour?
Global Poker League.
The GPT. It's close.
It's literally the first time all summer I screwed that up. I'll take
It's
it.
true.
I had to weigh the under on it.
No, you're good.
Yeah. The Global Poker League, yes. Montreal, just beasts.
Yeah, Montreal now has a 40...
What's the French word for beast?
The bat.
The bat.
The bet.
The bet.
It means something a little different,
There's multiple
too,
ways. I think we
Yeah.
can make that stick. The bets.
40-point lead now in a playoff spot, so it really does look like Montreal is in the driver's seat to be one of the first teams to qualify for the playoffs. Still not over because those teams can score points, but almost at this point, I'm going to do some math over the weekend, Joe, but it almost looks at some point that Montreal would have to lose everything in order for them not to make the playoffs.
Eric, you're going to do some math over the weekend?
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah,
Jeez, what are you going to do to punish yourself after having all that fun?
I don't know. I'm going to be counting my money.
Can you tell us how much money you won off of your friend?
No.
No?
Well, she still has more events left. This was not a one-event thing. By the way,
you took a piece of a package, huh?
yeah. Do you know what's a good story? She had not planned on playing this event. She called me Monday and said, do you mind if I add this to the package because I think I'm good? And she's a destroyer. So I said, well, of course. You should be playing bounty events. And
Look at that.
21 bounties later.
I can't wait until you get the text from her being like, oh, wasn't it crazy that when I asked you if I should add this event, you said no?
Yeah, that's probably going to happen. Hey, thanks taxes, 30% tax that we get taxed as Canadians.
Yeah? What if
Yeah.
you just leave the money here in a box or something?
Doesn't work that way. They charge us. It's
Yeah, you get it anyway?
It's
Justin
it's-
Trudeau comes down and he's like, okay, buddy, give me your 30%.
Don't insult my beautiful.
I'm sorry, buddy.
a good
Okay. I'm sorry that I have not have wasted this much time before getting to the interview. Let's talk to those guys down on the floor with Laura.
I am here with the guys. Pascal Lefrancois winning the match now, 2 games and 6 points. Talk us through that. It was quite a long game.
Yeah, it was quite a good battle. I took the lead, and Davidi won a flip, then went back to even for a while, and then I picked up some good spots, some good hands, and could get the work done.
Davidi, are you happy with how you played, or do you regret any moves you made?
Let's say that he deserved this one. He played better, and I made few mistakes, and he folded when I had good hands, and he trapped me when I have bad hands. So this one was for him. He deserved to win, but I really hope I'm gonna adapt my game for the last one.
There are 3 more points available. Your
Yeah.
girlfriend came up to me as well. She said she's worried. This is making her more worried than watching you play in a regular poker tournament.
Yeah.
So you have to do it for her.
Yeah, I will do it.
Sorry, you didn't hear me say that. Because I'm sure your girlfriend wants you to win as well.
I think so.
3 more points available, though obviously we know Montreal Nationals have this match already. We are going back to the action very soon after this quick break.
Can't get enough of the complete and up-to-date standings, schedule, stats, and information on your favorite team, as well as full-length match replays, highlights, and epic hands from all of our matches, and much, much more.
Breathe the air just like a fire, we can't control it. See explosions in the sky, moving faster than the sun over horizon. Can't hold the feeling high. Body's moving slow. 'Cause this love is all night, moving faster than the sun. Explosions in the sky.
And we are back. What are you out of breath
What happened?
from?
What happened?
What are you out of breath from?
You didn't want me to use my prop.
I don't know what you were planning on doing with
I
that.
wasn't sure, but it's pretty heavy, so.
Yeah, just, you might want to have a plan next time. We have our fun. We have our fun here in the GPL. Sorry about that, everyone. So Davidi Kitai is looking to pick up. Okay, now I get to.
Well, he's looking to pick up 3 points, Joe. As I am someone that runs every day, I can talk right now. And no, I can't. Yeah. So what are we talking about? Yeah, Paris. They can still move up to 3rd place. That's the silver lining here.
Okay, so if they manage to eke out 3 points here, they move up a spot regardless.
That's right, but Hong Kong will have that match in hand. So, looking good for Hong Kong to move, to at least be in 3rd place. And then this is the great news for Moscow because they are another team clear of that 1st place spot. Hong Kong could take over from that, as Sergei Lebedev is in the cube tomorrow for the Moscow Wolverines playing Zhao Bauer. We just had the official announcement that Lebedev versus Bauer tomorrow, so that'll be a fun match.
Lebedev, that's a fun name to say. Lebedev. Lebedev.
Lebedev.
Lebedev.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to get to say that a lot tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm being told the players are on their way to the cube one last time for today, since this is game 3 of 3. Davidi Kitai looking to not get swept. Both players start with 50,000 in chips. Blinds begin at 2 and 400. They go up every 4 minutes. This match has already been won, technically, by the Montreal Nationals, but we are looking for the Paris Aviators to come out just slightly away from 0.
Yep.
And we're ready.
Okay.
We're ready to take it
Let's
on
do
down
it.
to the cube. Let's go!
Je la tuivais pas celle-là.
Oh. I'll be translating this one. Joe, we've been talking a lot about Kitai, of course, Triple Crown winner, 3 WSOP bracelets, EPT Berlin, WPT Celebrity Event Invitational. Lefrancois also has a major title, a WSOP bracelet in 2010. beating Max Steinberg for that bracelet. And later on that summer, he finished 11th in the main event for $635,000. Hey, that guy that won the main event, one of his close friends, Jonathan Jamel. So not a bad
Sick
summer
brag.
for the Quebec contingent.
Jonathan
Your friend.
has not been in the cube yet this summer.
Yeah, he was scheduled to be in the cube, unfortunately had to play at the World Series of Poker, and now is back home in Montreal, waiting to deliver his baby. Yes, I've said it. He will be delivering the baby. He's so good. That's what he does.
%23 chance they chop this pot. And there it is.
Cold Warrior asking about Jungle Man. He was scheduled to be in the cube earlier this week, was supposed to be in Las Vegas. To be fair, we don't know where he is. So, sure we'll see Jungle Man.
Bet call. Chop it up. Hello, tater salad.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Trips.
Hello, trips for Pascal Lefrancois.
Hello, Flush Draw.
Aw, Kat says she loves Stapes and the Royal Eric, but she's missing Griffcraft a bit. Mainly the geeky comics references and the mild exasperation.
She called me Royal.
Yeah,
Very nice. Thank you.
he's a royal pain in my ass is what he is.
Whoa! Try the veal. He's there. He's here every day.
It's the best in the city. Davidi faced with a 2,200 chip value bet. Microchips, that is. It's all electronic. But he's thinking of making this call with ace-7 high. King 10-10 ace. King 10-10 ace. There's one more card. So yeah, he would need. He would not even be beating all of the bluffs, I don't think. But man, maybe Pascal doesn't bluff better aces. So
He calls. And he sees the bad news.
whoops.
Joe, tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., Sergei Lebedev of the Moscow Wolverines.
Lebedev.
Zhao Bauer of the Sao Paulo Mets. Zhao Bauer.
Joao Bauer.
And on Sunday, we close out Heat 5. Wei Yi Zhang making his cube debut against Olivier Bousquet. It is Hong Kong versus LA.
I love thinking of Joao Bauer as being the hero of the Brazilian version of 24.
Right.
Tell me how to get to Mardi Gras!
Carnival. They don't do Mardi Gras.
Whatever.
Yeah. Joe, my favorite Wei Yi Zhang stat is that he was born in China and spent most of his life there, but did attend Michigan State University. He's a Spartan, just like former world champion Ryan Reese, the Beast. La Bête.
La Bête.
Good job.
He haunts the dreams of young poker players, La Bête.
La Bête.
Right, it gets in your head, doesn't it, Sandy Sanchez? Both players flop the same gut shot. Pascal's got a 5% chance of making his flush, but it's gone up to 20 now. He's halfway there. He's going to have no problem betting this.
Slip and bleed mentioning, of course, that the Berlin Bears will get a little wiggle room here if Paris gets swept. Yeah, they're definitely the team that is cheering for Montreal to sweep here.
That's funny because that's what we call our dance during the EPT commercial, the wiggle room. We're entering the wiggle room, everybody. We got the wiggles. Nice one, Pascal.
Wait, are you saying you dance with other people and me?
No.
Oh.
I mean, yes, in my life, but not
What?
here in the studio.
Oh, okay.
This time it's Davidi's turn to flop trips. No outs for Pascal.
Thanks a lot, Joe. You just stole my girlfriend. Way to go. It's great. Thanks, Joe. Thanks a lot.
Oh, God. Just tell her it was your idea.
Oh, and if you're watching, sorry, you're not my girlfriend. Oh, it's uncomfortable. I didn't think.
No, he doesn't. He's not thinking that.
Hey, if you're
He
watching.
referred to you as his love of his life, usually. Beep, 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 beep.
Hey, if she is watching, I can introduce her to the cube. And digging myself a hole. You know, I'm all for a funny, hairy-bodied joke.
Yeah.
But Magic Man has talked about her hair like 70 times today.
Yeah.
We understand we're hairy men. We live in... Joe's from the East Coast. I'm from Canada. It's needed.
Look, if Megan Fox and Kate Upton were hosting this show, they'd be talking about their bodies the entire time, too.
Oh, they're using it? I feel used. It's...
I don't mind being objectified. I
Really?
like it.
Okay, I like it too. Are we the hairiest duo? John Madden had a lot of hair. Oh, he still does. He's not dead. Pat Summerall is. Blackpool saying, go Montreal. Blackpool, you're an accredited member of the media here. You're not allowed to cheer for a team. You've been banned from the cube.
Oh, stop it.
All right, you're fine. Hold on. Smartdar. The Canadian guy sounds bearable. The other guy, I just can't listen to. What's funny is that
That's so offensive, buddy. I mean, come on, my American co-host over here. You're saying you only like Canadians? What are you talking about?
so we're not sure who
Come on, guy.
you're referring to. But
Eric, he doesn't like the sound of your voice because you don't sound Canadian like me?
hey,
Well, I feel sorry for you, my friend. Very sorry.
and the fact that I sound bearable, story of my life.
It's another hairy body joke.
Hey.
Ace 7 versus Queen 7. Ace is out in front.
Gigi, I hope you meant sexiest duo.
Nah, sexist is accurate.
Okay. And Eddie Z it is. Canada Day tomorrow, Joe. I am not here. I am barbecuing. I am here.
Of course, we'll be celebrating the traditional Canadian way.
Commentating on poker.
Maple syrup slide.
It'd be very delicious.
Moose punching. A pea soup cook-off contest.
It is something we do. God, how'd you know that pea soup is a very traditional French Canadian thing?
It's delicious, that's why, buddy. Pascal pairs is 6.
Blackpool, yes, you can barbecue on top of the cube. I do enjoy a nice little barbecued tofu. It's very
Could
good.
barbecue off my forehead right now.
Yeah. John Newcomb saying sexist duo is pretty good. All right, we'll take it. I'm
They're
not
the
that
incredibly sexist duo. Mansplaining all of the pokers. The incredibly sexist duo. Telling girls to smile as they walk down the street. 10, 9 is the best hand. Queen 10 does have some outs. 16% of the time, but Davidi is going to get there.
Right, I won't millions into others. We do have air conditioning. It's actually on right now, but it does make a lot of noise. But also, we have crazy, crazy boiling hot lights here. And it is 1 million degrees outside, so it's just a bad combination. So don't worry, we'll be fine. We're leaking, but we're not dying. And yeah, you know, walls in Las Vegas aren't insulated the way they are in Boston or New York or colder areas. Oh, Laura Cornelius with her favorite Christmas song, Baby It's Cold Outside. Thank you, Laura, for letting us know. It is a great song. The Michael Bublé version is great.
That song's real creepy.
Really? I'll have to listen to it again. There's nothing creepy coming out of Bublé's voice. Or
The whole song's like a dude trying to get a guy to not leave his house. Girl, I mean, excuse me.
maybe guy. Yeah, she's like, oh, I gotta go. Baby, it's cold outside.
Yeah, it's like, well.
And the corn dog follows that up with mentioning that it is Coconut Bacon Day for Canada Day for me. Thank you, corn dog. Remind me we'll have to stop at Whole Foods for the coconut bacon.
The coconut B word. Pascal, 3 bets his 10-4 suited. He is dominated by Davidi, who's not too likely to call here very often, I don't think. Pascal flops diamonds. Davidi still out in front with Queen High, a better 4.
Joe, I don't want to say anything here. I don't want to jinx it, but Davidi Kitai has now lost 5 straight games. Was swept by Sorel Mitzi and could be swept here. That's not what Paris would have expected with Kitai in his last 2 heads-up. His only 2 heads-up matches. He's got 0 points in 5 heads-up games so far. The Andre Akaris, Orakaris.
Andre Akari is my favorite poker player last name that sounds like a video game system.
Yes.
Since Larry Blintendo.
Suzanne Vega? Hey!
Vega. Man, that sucks when your 2-pair gets counterfeited, huh?
Yeah, this could mark the end of this match.
That is going to be a very costly hand for Davidi, I believe. And Davidi is the one who just keeps betting. And Pascal probably doesn't love it, because it seems like Davidi's value betting. And he's, of course, losing to some value bets, but I think he eventually figures it out here that he has to call. Oh, he's raising. Hello, hello, thin raise.
You did it.
Wowee. Super polarizing. Great read by Pascal.
Great focus, too. He's
Yeah,
giving them
when Davidi does this, he knows that Davidi doesn't have a jack.
Back jack, that's logical. You represent so much.
There's one guy, Joe, in the GPL that can make this fold. It is obviously Davidi Kitai. We've seen him make some incredible folds throughout his career, but
Yep.
me personally, I don't think I can fold this. But I'm also a terrible, terrible poker player.
Makes sense.
I mean, it's just really hard to put Pascal on a value raise here.
I think you're bluffing, maybe.
He's got like, it's almost kind of like a mergey
It's,
type of hand here, right? I mean, it's a polarizing move, but it's not a polarized hand.
Yeah, I would. You've got to think he's bluffing. Davidi just trying to get something from his opponent.
Tater Salad says, seems the board always pairs when you have pocket aces. Can get behind that one.
2 minutes in the tank.
Mickey Blue Eye says, easy laydown.
No. Well, it is because we know
Yes,
that
for
Pascal
us it's
has
easy,
a way
for
better
sure.
hand.
Super easy from where we're standing.
But it's a pretty, wow, if he lays this down, it's quite remarkable. He's probably thinking Pascal is putting pressure on because he's up 2-0 as well, so there's a lot going.
Full confidence now.
Yeah, there it is.
Sandy Sanchez says he doesn't have many bluffs on this board.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of bluffs on this board.
Absolutely. I really think the situation we're in, Joe, where Pascal is up 2-0, makes a huge difference here.
Tough to make a set, yeah. To make a trips.
Davidi, 3 minutes in the tank now.
Paul Bish says he doesn't have any bluffs.
No, he's got aces.
And I know Paul Bish is smart because he pays for Twitch.
Oh.
I feel like I'm going to leveling myself. Fuck off.
What a bet here by Pascal. Joe, this is one of the top 2 or 3 no limit players in the world just being punished here. It's great to see.
Well, he normally looks stressed out, so now at least he has the situation to go with it.
Yeah. Pascal has barely moved throughout this 4 minutes now of thinking tank. Of tanking.
Yeah, I don't know how you hold that frown for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, when he doesn't snap call you, you know you're good.
Yeah. Someone might want to tell Stephanie that there's going to be wrinkles.
Permanent.
Yeah, poor Pascal.
That RCS guy asks, how long does he get to think? Well, you can see a little clock there ticking down. 10.5 minutes is how long he's got to think, but that's for every decision for the rest of this match. So it's a total time bank. Davidi Kitai is going into the tank for 5 minutes on the GPL. Come on, seriously. This guy loves it. He loves the tank. Spends more time in the tank than David Blaine.
Whoa. Deep lane.
11-5. Wow.
Do you know if I go into like a restaurant or a store and I say it's going to be 5 minutes for something, I will lose my mind. Like I'll be like, what am I supposed to do for 5 whole minutes? And Pascal Lefrancois is just standing there. Cold Warrior says this guy's going to run out of his time in the sand and then be in the hot seat. I mean, anything's possible at this point. I mean, he's thought for an entire blind level. Does it go up?
It does.
So we've missed a whole blind level.
Correct.
Like not even a hand played.
No.
It's like a 1500 event at the World Series.
Yep.
For sure, you represent an ace, a jack.
Kitai's one of the best tankers in the game.
6 minutes now. What would be sick is if he pushes all in here. That would just be spectacular because I don't know if Lefrancois would know exactly what was going on.
I would definitely need 6 minutes just to think about that.
Yeah. Andy Avalanche, let's get the creaky floor fixed. We'll try. It's a little harder than you think with the glass structure in place. Everything locks in together. We blame Dmitry Urbanovich for the... He's called.
Hero call does not work out. As someone wrote in the chat, I'm sorry I missed it. Think long, think wrong via Mike Sexton. Davidi down to 9 big blinds. He is all in. Pascal's going to fold this hand, but I assume we are going to see Davidi all in again very soon.
Yeah.
Blinds are 8 and 1600 now. In fact, this may be the hand. Pascal jams, Davidi calls.
That's what I call outs.
Yeah, he has got some outs. That's one of them. That's actually 2 of them, to be honest.
So sick that you check.
1.5 outs, I guess, since it gave him a better straight draw.
Check who will be all in.
Closer to the straight. Davidi doubles up, 21 big blinds.
On you, bro.
Magic Man asked Dennis Stapes, what's the largest object you've lost in your body hair? Believe it or not, it was your mama's panties. Humongous. Still lost them in there somehow. Unreal. Turns out later they were stuck in my teeth. You're watching the Global Poker League.
All right, you are the funny one. That's it's confirmed there. Oh, that's good, Joe.
Another ace for Davidi, this time suited. Flops a pair. Pascal thinking about a floaty float, but ditches the 10-9. Pool picks. That's right, you better click off. Now I know who your sister is.
No, that's my sister-in-law, and that was my beautiful goddaughter with her.
Pascal, the ace king. Haven't seen too many ace kings in this match. Blinds 1,000, 2,000. Davidi back to under 20 big blinds.
Great to see GPL family member Kara Scott back in Las Vegas, getting ready for the main event, working for ESPN.
Fold.
Ban-a-net. Let's call Limson with 8-5. Davidi wins it with a raise. This time it's his turn to limp. Two big hands here. Not much to write home about on the flop.
Nope.
So do we think that tank by Davidi is the second longest tank in the history of the GPL and the first longest tank in the history of the cube?
No, we think it's the longest. Yeah, we think it's the longest.
Laura
Over 6
disagrees.
minutes.
Laura says that the other one was over 6. Or she's saying this one.
This one.
Oh, I see. The word that is not, use your words, Laura. You're better than that. Literally, the word that. So both players have got top pair. Pascal is out-kicked, and this is going to be a very crucial pot for Davidi.
In-match researcher, Laura Cornelius, doing
Yeah.
a great job. Good job, Corn Dog.
I think she's researching buying shoes online.
Ew. But I mean, to be fair, she's got open-toed shoes, and it's going to be a mess out there. So,
Laura, where am I bringing you to get your car today? Oh, it's at Top Golf. Can we hit a few while we're there?
yeah. Corn Dog, you're starving. You ate fish tacos. I did not.
Don't get all excited, everybody. He means actual fish tacos that were delivered here by Scott Ball.
Congrats to Mustafa Kinet, who's just on Facebook now. He won his GLP match 3-0 for the Rome Emperors. It's GPL.
The global League of Poker.
And now he's got a boatload of chips at the World Series of Poker. Not shocking.
Pascal just lost a massive pot there,
Yep.
giving the chip lead back to Davidi Kitai. Hutch Poker says he's folding. He didn't fold. He thought about it for a good long while, though, so pretty impressive. This time he makes top pair. Quick check, quick bet. Not as quick call. Yeah, Ken Allmongers, lol is right. Lol. Kings and eights with a 4 kicker for Pascal. Checks to Davidi. He's going to check behind. Didn't fool. Nice try, Lausche. Y'all so bored you're reading Twitch chat. We like to communicate with my babies on Twitch. We like it. We have our fun. If I'm not going to talk about the poker, I'm going to talk about something else. Let's see what Two-Tune says. Was a tough fold, Kitai. Queen that beats him are very minimal since Queen Jack, Queen King, Ace Queen probably would have raised pre, so he thought his queen was good. I think that's some solid analysis. Poker Baffer says, since we're talking about the WSOP, can we mention the greatness that is Benny Glazer?
Yeah.
I want him to be our
bracelets.
prime minister. I'll say well done, Benny Glazer, but I'm gonna end before I get to prime minister. So we are super short here, guys, as we play for a potential sweep. We had a sweep in the first match.
Good time.
Gutty Love, pretty dumb. Pretty dumb.
Oop, I didn't even get a chance.
Insanely dumb. Oh,
Oh, very dumb. Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with Eric. I thought you were saying his comment was dumb.
no, I was actually just supporting him.
So I felt bad this morning. Oh boy, we could have a train wreck here. I'll tell this story maybe
Yeah.
while we're struggling for things to say at the end of the show. Ah boy.
Oh.
Ah boy.
Oh, that's not going to end up.
Ooh.
That's going to end up with 5 big blinds. Come on, turn something delicious for us.
These are significant portions of everyone's stacks at this point. They started the hand with 23 big blinds and 18 big blinds respectively. Pascal to Davidi. I mean, obviously Pascal can't fold. I guess he might think that maybe that Davidi's got enough worse queens and enough eights that he'd call him off with, something like that if he raised here. There's the raise. Obviously, here comes the sound effect. Boom, boom. Pascal's all in. Top pair versus over pair. 6 on the turn. No help for Pascal. Jack on the river. 2 pair. Wow. So Davidi Kitai manages to get super unlucky to lose the third game. We are just running out of brooms here on the GPL. Sweep in the first part of the doubleheader. Sweep in the second part of the doubleheader. Montreal Nationals, they came in number 1. They remain number 1. They earned 9 more points toward their number 1 status. They probably all would have a playoff spot. Lock the bleep up.
Yeah, again, all day Saturday I'll be crunching numbers. I might buy some whiteboards, Joe. You'll see me, you know, like a brilliant savant, except I'm just doing plus and minus
He'll
math.
just mostly be doodling.
That's right.
A couple of those traditional mushroom penis heads.
Hey, speaking of that.
That's the technical term for it. It's not a dirty word. There's nothing wrong with that word.
Okay, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
What about the fact that, and I'm sure he's not listening, but the fact that Davidi Kitai is 0 for 18 in points in heads-up competition.
Is that true? That doesn't seem right.
No, that's insane,
It seems highly improbable.
Those 18 points would put Paris way ahead in front, so those are big
And where
points.
and where are they at right now after all this?
They remain in 4th, still a 12-point lead on Berlin, but boy, I'm sure Fabrice Soulier will not be happy with the result here, wanting at least 3 points and possibly 6. So, boy, it's a rough patch. And on the other side, Montreal now has a 17-point lead on second place LA and a 43-point lead on a playoff spot. As you mentioned, Joe, it doesn't look like this team will not make the playoffs. Does not look like they will not. There's a lot of negatives there and should be positives. It looks like this team is going to secure a playoff spot very shortly.
Well, there are 2 guys who aren't not standing on the floor right now with Laura Cornelius.
Well, congratulations go to the Montreal Nationals, who are just doing so phenomenally well in the Global Poker League. Congratulations. A clean sweep, 9 points for you there.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't ask for a better scenario.
And that was pretty unfortunate, that last hand, especially when the aces went to you before and then they didn't go to you that one. How upset are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I made the comeback, and last hand was unlucky, but that's poker. I think he deserved to win 2-1. It was 3-0. That's poker, and we had some fun. That's the most important.
Yeah. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree 100%. It was fun playing against Davidi.
And I believe we saw the longest tank in GPL history. I believe, someone can correct me on that, but it was about 6 minutes 30. What was going through your head in those 6 minutes 30?
Yeah, I flopped two pair, and then the jack double up. And I feel like he got some equity to check back this flop, so I decided to bet. But I bet to induce a raise at some point, but at the river he decided to raise. And actually I didn't line my line, and I started leveling myself and make the call. Yeah, he played great this hand.
Are you disappointed that you made the call? Would you have made the call in another scenario, do you think?
Actually, it makes more sense when I see aces than a jack, because I think he would see bet most of the time the jack. I'm not sure about that, but he represents so much a jack that I didn't believe, and I was right. He didn't have any jack, so my read was part right. But I didn't like my line on this end, but my call on the river, I know that he's able to make a bluff on this spot, so I think it's all right.
And in those 6 minutes, what's going through your mind? How are you trying not to give anything away?
I was sweating really bad, so I was more focusing on that than about his decision. I knew I had him beat, obviously crossing my fingers he would call, but I mean, the best scenario happened for me on that hand.
It did indeed. 9 points for the Montreal Nationals. I'm sure Marc-Andre is going to be really happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he's going to be happy.
I think he will. We won't talk about your manager and the Paris Aviators, but you will be back, I'm sure. You gave us a great match anyway, and we enjoyed watching it. Back to you guys Thank you, and enjoy the rain. It's going to be very cool outside there for you guys. You can go in the cool down. Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Davidi Kitai is such a tough poker player that it took him 6.5 minutes to level himself.
Right.
That's how difficult it is to get in his head.
Yeah.
It took him 6.5 minutes.
These two, by the way, have no clue that it was raining cats and dogs.
I don't think they did.
Lords,
They're gonna
no.
be they're gonna be in for a surprise when they go outside and like flowers have sprung up. That's what happens here on the desert. Life will find a way.
Oh, very well done.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked it.
That was also, I don't try that one very often. So let's take a look at the league standings before we get out of here at the end of this doubleheader.
Yeah, before we get to take all the water out of the studio, we'll have a one final look at the Paris Aviators. Again, Joe, there's sad news, 0 points today. They're still 11 points ahead of the Rome Emperors. Mustafa Kanat picking up some 9 valuable points. And suddenly this is not as comfortable it was for this team as it was. 11 points and 12 points are the Rome Emperors and Berlin Bears behind Paris. So still very reachable.
And only 1 point away from each other.
That's right.
I mean, that's really, because I feel like it's demoralizing to be in last place. It's like, even
has
though
to be.
you got the same playoff spot, which is 0, being in last place is just not a place you want to be.
But also, we saw Scott Ball here. Do not touch my
Just
phone.
want to see who it is.
Do not touch my phone.
Okay, there's no
not touch
message of interest
Oh,
to me
there's
on
no.
there.
Okay.
No.
Is there going to be a message of interest for me? All right. So
No.
yeah. Oh, that's.
I mean,
really
hopefully
disappointing.
she's nice and
She's
lovely.
nice.
But
She's lovely.
I don't think.
No. We're buddies.
Yeah, so how about the other conference? Let's take a look at that one.
My Asia? No, Eurasia, Joe. No, we actually did that one.
We did them both already. There's
My
not- what
America?
what
No,
happened-
your America.
What happened to the third conference?
The
Antarctic conference.
yeah. Here we go. The Nats are all but ready to lock up a playoff spot, quite possibly in first or second week of online play when we start this league over again in August. The LA Sunset just trying everything here. 122 points, Joe, would put them 12 points ahead of Moscow in the Eurasia Conference. So LA will be the lovable loser if Montreal locks up this conference, which is the first goal of these teams. Sao Paulo hanging tight at 109 points. The Rounders are 7 points behind. However, the Mets do have a game in hand, and that game will be played tomorrow. So we'll have to see how the Mets can, or if the Mets add some points to their totals. And suddenly we do have a playoff race as the San Francisco Rush are now just 6 points behind of the Rounders. A little missed opportunity yesterday from Jonathan Jaffe, earlier this week. More points could have been won there, but only 6 points separate the Rounders and the Rush. And the LA Moneymakers, the LV Moneymakers, 10 points behind fifth place. It's really, really a dire situation for the Moneymakers.
But Las Vegas probably not going to make any moneymakers.
Yeah, we talked to Scott Ball at lunch, and he was, a little disappointed by how things have gone so far for this team.
It's kind of like me when I used to play for that baseball team, and I was the worst player in the team, or so it seemed, and then our team really, really sucked, and I was like, Coach, maybe I know I'm the worst one here, but maybe just give me a shot. And that's Scott's deal here today.
Yeah.
He was here, and he's like, I want
in.
to get in there. Eric, what is coming up tomorrow on our penultimate day of heat number 5?
Hey, we've got a huge matchup tomorrow. Who do we got? Actually, we do. Yeah, it'll be a fun one, of course.
Seems like a big one. Sergei Lebedev.
That's right. Sergei Lebedev coming off a 7th place finish in the 5K Turbo event at the WSOP. That's where Ankush Mandavia won a bracelet, where Phil Hellmuth finished 9th.
Mandavia.
Or 8th. Okay. Mandavia. Potato. He'll be facing João Bauer of the Sao Paulo Mets. We talked about for these two teams, a lot on the line. Sao Paulo trying to, further themselves from the pack when it comes to a playoff spot. And for Moscow, it could be more points added to a team that is currently in first place with a game in hand. So a lot on the line here. Lebedev has played wonderfully in heads-up competition, Joe. Was swept in the first or second week of the GPL by Nanonoko, and ever since, he's been on fire, just winning every single week.
Well, that's all the time we've got for today's show. I will miss you like the deserts miss the rain. It rained here today. I just wanted to kind of get that in there. Like I said, we are back tomorrow at 11 a.m. for our penultimate match from the penultimate heat from here on the GPL Summer Series in Las Vegas. I want to thank all of our players today. We had 4 guys in here, specifically these last 2, Davidi Kitai and the sweeper, Pascal Lefrancois.
2 sweeps today.
Just sweeps here from the Cube. For Laura Cornelius and Eric Dennis, I am Joe Stapleton. Smell you later.
Starts now.
Can't get enough of the GPL? Head over to globalpokerleague.com for the most complete and up-to-date standings, schedule, stats, and information on your favorite team, as well as full-length match replays, highlights, and epic hands from all of our matches, and much, much more.
Breathe the air just like a fire, we can't control it. See explosions in the sky. Moving faster than the sun over the horizon. Chance it all to feeling high.
Body's moving slow,